How to forgive someone who isn't sorry. This is a question that comes up all the time in my conversations. Not a direct question, but it's more of it comes up in other ways. So people often will lead in a conversation saying that someone they love hurt them in some way, and there's so many ways you can be hurt, right? And the person that hurt them is not sorry. They didn't say sorry, didn't act sorry. They don't feel like there's any closure there. They felt like they're owed something. And this is the cause of a lot of pain and suffering, not only for people I speak to, but myself in this life, right? And a lot of people I know, and I'm sure a lot of you as well. So I had the wonderful pleasure of asking a few teachers this question, a few wonderful teachers that I've worked underneath and studied with. And the answers I received were just about almost all the same. And they'd ask me, why do you need a sorry? And who needs a sorry? And a lot of questions related to my question. That seems to be the way it goes. I ask a question, I get a question back, and it makes you think. You're like, well, so, and then, then we get back down to earth a little bit, and they'll say, well, what happened? And what happened? Well, this person, did this and slighted me in this way. And I feel like at the very least we could have hashed it out and talked, and maybe he could have said he was sorry, or she could have said she was sorry. And in the end, the logical path it takes you down is we're expecting something from somebody that we think that they should be doing. Because it makes sense. We feel in a way, or more than a way, that we've been slighted or hurt. So they should be saying, I'm sorry. What if they don't? What if they'll never get that from them? Who is suffering the most? Well, I'm sitting here and I'm in pain. I'm writhing in pain, right? And I'm hurting because I'm sitting here and I'm waiting for someone to do something for me or say something to me that's just going to get this full circle closure that I need. And it may never come. And the question I ask myself often is that okay? Can I be okay with that? Can I be okay with anything, including that? And the answer I arrive at in most cases of late, in less than severe situations, is yes. So A Course in Miracles is something a course that I always refer to because it taught me the true meaning of forgiveness. It taught me everything I need to know about forgiveness in such a way that I can't express into words in this short video. But I do recommend checking it out. For those of you, many may have checked it out, many may have started it, many may have not finished it, some have, some are doing it the second time or third time. So if there is an issue with forgiveness or expectations, consider checking out A Course in Miracles. It's a wonderful book, a wonderful lesson book, 365 days worth of amazing lessons. I did not get through them straight away, right? I went, took me about a year and a half, honestly, to do it. And in that time, I was able to forgive so much for so many and from so many, because it was such a gift to have that gift to find that book. And it was given me by a great teacher I know, and I highly recommend it. So please check it out. So back to the question: how can you be okay with someone not saying they're sorry after they've hurt you? Let's just try to rewind for one moment to the original innocence of a person and what happens after that is the case. I'm born into a family with brothers, sisters, perhaps, with a mother and father, perhaps. But I'm here in this world, and I'm put into a situation I've not chosen, and I'm living this life that I've not chosen. And I'm put into these situations and given all this input, and here I am having to work with this. So they do something to you, right? This person who's been programmed in such a manner like this does something to you, or in your direction, or you heard something he might have done or she might have done to you through somebody else, and you hold on to this anger until they're supposed to say, I'm sorry. Well, they may not know, they may be unconscious as to what they've done. There's a lot of things that could be the case. So I go with the I don't know answer. I don't know what they're doing or what they're thinking because I don't know. I don't always know what I'm doing or thinking, so I can't imagine to know what you're doing or thinking. Sometimes you can certainly take an educated guess, but not all the time. So that's how I start the forgiveness process, and then I go from there and I just picture them, and I picture hugging them and embracing them in a nice way, in a way that where they feel loved and happy, and I just try to picture them in innocence, the way I remember them being innocent, or the way that they would have been before I knew them. Even the most severe cases where I've met people who have been very, very abrasive or even hurtful physically or otherwise, I've been trying my best to forgive them as it happens. And it doesn't always happen, but when it does, it's a beautiful thing. And it's the return on the work, the private work you do inside with you. This is that beautiful work, beautiful return on that work, if you want to put it in investment terms. And it happens spontaneously, and it's wonderful. And not every time for me, okay, but it happens more than it did, and that makes me happy. So I just want to thank you for joining me today, as always, I love you all, and thank you so much for joining me today.